Okay, so now I will show you how you can create silhouettes for your own counters in for use in my Wargame counter tool. The method is pretty straightforward. It just takes 2 or 3 steps. If you get used to it after maybe you have done 2 or 3 silhouettes, it's pretty easy. And the hardest part often is finding a good silhouette for using. So you try to find a good silhouette as mentioned. You can type in something like aircraft name silhouette or aircraft name blueprint or aircraft name 3 view or something like that. And there are some good free resources like drawingdatabase.com. So if you got your silhouette, you copy your image and go to the image software you use. And now the first thing we see is that the image is it's not correctly rotated and it's too big. So the first thing we need to do is, in this case, because our counter is smaller than the image. So first we rotate it until it got the right orientation, and in the next step we make it smaller until it fits our drawing space. I could also have done a bigger drawing space and resize it later on, but yeah, we'll just do it like this now. So if we got it, we hit OK, and now we have our image here. The next thing we want to do is we want to get rid of all the outlines. So we select the magic wand tool and we just click onto the white blank space outside our silhouette, and you can see now that it selects the pixels outside of it. Sometimes you have to play around with the tolerance setting. For example, if you make a high tolerance setting, you can see it messes up the outlines. Also, this image doesn't have that dark outlines. One method to do is you can try to correct it a little bit. I have to search myself now, like this. You can try to make them more present, for example, like this. And if we select it now with a lower tolerance setting, the result will be better. So if we selected it, we just hit delete and we can see it deleted the outlines. What we also want to delete are the other drawings that are part of this image. So we select the eraser tool and we just delete what we don't want. So now we got our blueprint. Now there are 2 ways to use the silhouettes in the Wargame counter tool. You can either use it as an image file, as a PNG, or you can save it as an SVG. The differences are PNG is easier because for using it as a PNG, we are basically ready now. For using it with an SVG, we have to do one more step. I'll show you later on. So in the first step, we just use the PNG. It's important to use PNG and not an image format like JPEG also, because it needs transparency, real transparency. So we got our silhouette now. We hide every layer except our silhouette layer, and now we save it. We save it as c27.png. Hit save. Okay. So if you go into your Wargame counter tool now, under Assets and then Silhouettes, you just click Import and you search for the image you just saved, hit OK. And if you scroll down now, under the User section, you can see your image, and if you click on it, it will appear in the preview. As you notice, in comparison to the other silhouettes, which are completely black, this one is not black but looks exactly like the image. That's because it is a PNG and not an SVG, but it won't matter on the counter, which I'll show you now. If you go into your order of battle and you hit add unit counter, we select air unit, and in the silhouette picker we type in the file name of the silhouette we just saved. So we type in C27, we see it. And also here you can see that you get the complete image, but if you hit OK now, you will see on the counter preview itself, it will be overdrawn by the color of the silhouette color of the section defined. So we hit OK, and you can see the silhouette is there. We can scale it, and if we hit OK now, you can see that the silhouette is on the counter now. So that's basically it. But I also wanted to show you how to make a real SVG of it. So for this, we are not ready here. We go back to our image software, and we need to click Alt and then click on the layer itself. Oops. No. So, sorry, it was Control, not Alt, Control. So you can see there are still parts of the image in the outside that needs to be deleted. So we again we take the eraser and we delete these outer parts, which are not visible here, but will be visible in Inkscape. So we delete this. And now if we hit the layer by holding down Control again, you see just this one is selected. So it's selected just our pixels. Then we copy it by clicking Control C. We go to Inkscape and we paste it. And I missed one step, sorry. After having selected everything, we need to paint it over in order to have it one color. So we choose a color and we paint over it now. So we can also save it now as a PNG image. Then it would also be black in the preview right here. But with the PNG, if you scale it up, you get blurry. So in this case, we want to make an SVG, which is a real path, in order not to have it blurred out. So now we can select it, copy it to Inkscape, and if we hit, you can see there are still some pixels left. So it's not really perfect. Sorry for that. Maybe we just need to really draw around everything here. Yeah, now it's better. So if we got this, we go to the bitmap, we hit OK, and now you can see we got a bitmap drawing of it. And the good thing about the bitmap is we can just scale it and it doesn't get blurry. Yeah, and if we save this bitmap now, so just call it 27 SVG. We need to save it as a SVG file. And if we import this in our silhouettes, and we go down, and here it is now, you can see it's black compared to our PNG. But as mentioned, it doesn't make a difference on the counter itself, because here it will be overdrawn by the color.